The body of the predator, laid against the wall, propped up by what remained in his bones against what remained of the artificial gravity on the ship. Viscous, dark red liquid poured beneath it, emerging and falling from the numerous gashes all over his body. His limbs were a mangled mess, his outer layer pierced in more places than intact. His oversized head leaned to one side, unable to be properly supported by the stubby neck below it. One of its arms laid askew on the floor, the other resting over a wound almost as large as it on the other side of his abdomen. The predator's eyes were shut. Even as his chest spasmed up and down, his cells repeating what they had done in life, I lay my claw on its own, his left one, the one on the floor. It is still warm, the lingering rage of the fires of life still present within. His hand is rhythmically spasming, slowly, weakly. Isolated nerve cells soon to die off like the rest of their compatriots, repeating their last command. A predator as powerful as this one does not simply die quickly. I still remember its cries when it was alive. No sane being, sapient, sentient, even non-sentient, would have fought against such odds. But the predator had done so anyway. It must have been so lost, so confused. Maybe it thought we were its brood, its young, its pack. It had the fury of a mother fighting for the life of its entire species. This one isn't even a mother. It's not even a female. How scary must the females be if the males can do this while so disorientated from all the alarms? The bodies of his enemies are testament to what such a predator can do. I saw two. The predator drove a limb through one and broke the other one in two. I do not dare to wonder how it hunts in its home world, how it feasts when it can break other creatures by mere touch. I look at its closed mouth in the dim light that remains, half expecting its mere instincts to bite me in twain. I can still feel the throbbing of its hand through my exoskeleton. If parts of it can go on this long after death, what must it take to reliably put one down? The flow of blood from one of the gashes has stopped. The pools of what once gave the predator life are slowly drying up, removed from its body and placed around it, useless. It's still warm. I can feel it in one of my knees, and I can feel some of it clinging to me. Must be the water in it. At least that's normal. It's not corrosive either. I suppose the predator would not normally need defenses. If there is nothing to hurt you, why try and make it that way? Ah. The predator's eyes are beginning to dehydrate. I can see the water. I can feel it too. It's salty. I don't know of any eyes with that much salt in them. I can't tell where it would be coming from. It must be my senses failing me, unless its eyes really are like that. Maybe it gives it an advantage. I saw its eyes when it was rampaging. The whites of its eyes were huge. The actual eye was small, almost like it was zooming in on its targets. It paid me barely no regard. It just ran off in the direction of more of its enemies. It really must have viewed us as one of its. The predator's hand had just grabbed my claw. Its after-death reflexes are. No. This is no reflex. Normally my mind would be kicking into overdrive right now, but I'm too tired. This is my fate, isn't it? To be just another hapless creature, caught in a ruse by the strongest predator in the galaxy. To be one to sustain it after a fight, caught in an ambush. I hear it inhale now. I should have noticed. There was no ambient noise. Contrary to the expectations of my beleaguered mind, it doesn't strike. No weapons come forth to kill me, to allow it to ingest my strength. Instead, the predator speaks. It must be sapient. It takes my mind far too long to process its words. Get a medkit. Of course, a predator as powerful as this one does not simply die quickly.